Welcome back again. This video is as titled. It's going to be basically taking the back engine apart to see what we did at Racewars, and I'll also talk a little bit about what the future of the car is going to be for the back end of this year. We're now coming up to the middle of August, so to tell you where I think we're going to end up and what work we're going to do to try and progress forward with the twin engine Corsa. So today we're going to move the back head. We're going to have a look. Fingers crossed it's just a set of bent valves, which I'm quietly confident that's what it's going to be, but we don't know until the head's off, so that's what we're going to do today. So then moving forward of where we're going to go with the car. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a step back. And the reason why we're taking a step back is I feel the car at its current state, yeah, it's broken now, but in general, it's kind of working. We're getting somewhere. You know, it's becoming kind of reliable. I can get some good runs in it, and I think it's kind of coming where it needs to be. The problem I'm having is getting a clean run on the quarter mile. So, and as I've probably spoken about before, the issue we're having is, in my opinion, is bump steer or the full car's suspension setup geometry. And with saying that, it's very hard to ask someone advice because it's a rare thing. No one's really done it. No one can really tell you. So when I ring up these specialists in suspension settings and who charge, I think I got quoted, say £400 to set this to corner weight and set the geometry. That was a high-end race suspension company. I said to him, well, now, are you kind of guaranteeing that's going to be right? You kind of tell me you know what you know, it's going to perform right, it's going to do what it needs to do. And all they say is, no, we'll get it to somewhere where we think it's right, and then you've got to go out and test it, and then come back, and it's another £400. So, that being said, there's no point in doing that, because in my opinion, it's throwing money away. You're not learning nothing, I'm not gaining nothing. And that's been the sole purpose of the car, is to learn and to do it myself. So taking the step back is literally me going to spend a good, say, month on learning suspension, on learning everything about it. You know, camber, caster. I think everyone knows the basic terms. But then if you say to someone, well, how does that respond on a track car? How does it respond on a drag car? How do them little tweaks change and benefit the car in the future? No one really answers, or no one will really tell the answers. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build something to test bump steer, so we can measure the full bump steer on the car, because again, I want to reduce that as much as possible. And then we're going to get into the suspension. We're going to learn how to string tracking. We're going to do a lot to do with suspension settings. Fingers crossed. I'm looking forward to learning. I'm looking forward to educating myself on that, and then to try and pass what I learn on to you. Win, fail, whatever it is, we're going to learn together. So, as for today, let's start taking this cylinder head off. Let's have a look what the damage is, and let's go from here. Let's get the time lapse going. So, I'm on with stripping, as you can see. So let me turn the light on so we can get a bit more light in here. So we're on with stripping, and a good telltale sign of potential damage is what your spark plug ends are like. Because if you smash the piston, it's going to take the end of the spark plug out. So I've loosened the spark plugs. I'm not seeing them, not taking them out. You're going to see what I see as I take them out, and fingers crossed, we're going to see no real damage. That's what I'm hoping, but I don't know. Again, you're going to see what I see. Let's go number one. too bad. Looks like again a bit of rust on there, but we need to inspect that. But no real smash damage. 2. Oh, that don't look good. The end looks like it's burnt off, so 2 don't look good. 3 looks, again, bit of corrosion, but looks, the thing's still there, the electrode. And 4, same again, electrode still there. So fingers crossed we haven't, I can't tell whether we damaged number 2. We won't know until the head's off, but we'll be off shortly. So, I'm literally about to lift the cylinder head off. You're going to see the carnage before I do. If there is any, fingers crossed there isn't. Let's lift it off and let's have a look. Fingers crossed it's just valves. Come on. Be good. Come on. Yeah. Come on. God, this is tight. So, let's have a look. Yeah, piston 2's dead. Looks like I've had some heat issues on piston 2 for some reason. I don't know why. If you look, you can see it's destroyed piston 2. But again, I don't understand why the rest of them are lost compression. The rest of them look alright. So basically, it's going to be bottom end out and inspect why it's destroyed piston 2. So, not really the result I wanted. I half kind of expected it when I took the spark plug out. You win some, you lose some. It's literally stripped the bottom end out and put a piston in. Fingers crossed that'll sort the job out. So, let's inspect the head and let's see what damage is done to that. Can't really see much visible damage. It looks reasonably alright. I don't know if, yeah, something's gone on cylinder 2, because if you look, there's like a, I don't know if you can see, there's like a lip for some reason. No idea what that is. Whether that's part of the piston that's melted itself to it, I don't know. So let's carry on stripping. Let's see where they end up and let's see what the full damage is. So now I've gathered my thoughts a little bit, I've cleaned up a little bit. Let's show you what's happened. I 100% still don't know what's happened, but it's not good. So let's just see what the damage is and you can have a better look now. So that there is the sole damage. Every other piston looks alright, no real issues, but it looks like something's gone on this cylinder. Now, I'm not sure if that's through, you know, the over revving that I thought it was, whether an injector's gone down. I'll have to test the injectors, I don't know. But if you look, it's taken the bore wall as well with it. So at least this is going to now need a block, one piston, and then obviously everything swapping over onto a new block. Now over to the cylinder head. This looks salvageable, other than this area here, which if I get down a little bit, it's like a raised section. Looks like the piston's welded itself to the head, but I'm pretty certain after a skim, it will be right. But then on the flip side, it looks like it's blown the gasket through. So I don't know whether it's blown the gasket and this cylinder's taken everything from them two, and that's why this number 2's gone. I'm not sure, but again, we're going to get this to Tom to get it inspected. I'm going to order a piston, and fingers crossed, you know, I don't know if these valves are going to be bent. I reckon some of them are. We'll inspect that in the future. So what does this mean for the car? As I said at the beginning of the video, I was taking a step back anyway, because with the car I'm finding power is not, it's going to try and say, is not the route to a faster time. It's development, and I feel that I've got a bit excited because I've had no real long periods of seat time in this car. So just literally go out, don't change anything, make sure it runs, just have some runs and hope for the best. So I was going to take a step back, as I said, to do the suspension, develop some stuff, take the time with it, and get everything, you know, tracked up, all the suspension sorted out, so I can get a straight run where I don't have to lift off. So now with this going, it's definitely going to need a block, which again I've got spares of. It's definitely going to need a piston. I can order one of them, and then I don't know with the cylinder head until I take it for inspection. So basically, it's now, you know, end of August, beginning of September. I'm not going to rush this now. There is probably one last race event, which is in September, and then kind of the season stops October because the weather gets bad, and then it starts again in February. So I think I'm going to take a step back, rebuild again in a reasonable amount of time, get it back running for hopefully, you know, September time still, but then still take a step back, not rush out to an event and get the suspension sorted out. This as much as the damages has kicked me in the bollocks, and I'm a bit gutted about it. Obviously, you know, these things happen, so it's given me a reason just to slow down, stop, and set the car up properly, rather than being a bull at a gate and just going for it. Because as you've seen and I've seen, just throwing power at it isn't working with this car. The wheelbase is very short. We've got the bump steer on the back end. And obviously, if you've just seen the videos, as I get to half track, the back end wavers around. So I want to get on with fixing that, rather than just going at it. So that's going to end this one here. We're going to, you know, as I say, take a step back from it and then readdress. When I've got some information on the cylinder head, on where it's up to and what the damage is on the cylinder head, I'll report back again. So yeah, that's it from here. Thanks for watching. I'm gutted, as you can probably tell by my mannerisms. As I always say, 2 steps forwards, 1 step back, but always moving forward. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next project.